You feeling good? You ready to roll? You cool? For real? Lay ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bring that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right. Say it with me, BlackTogether. I'm not by myself. I'm joined by Lisa in the Cold Jam. I'm joined by Lady Lisa. Say what's up.
Hey y'all.
You hear me with going to hit that like, but thank you for everybody who's already tuned in. All right, thank you. We see y'all going to hit up that chat. We see y'all with that, people through the blinds. With that said, before we get started, we do have some shout outs because I need to give a shout out to all of my Patreon folks. That's right, Boogsworthy, Enrique Carrion, Fillmore, Pockets, Jamal Lee, KeyB23, Panda. Oh man, Panda, you a real one. Sean Wynn, Thought Crimes, Tim I, and Tyler to the B. Tyler, you be tripping though, but we here. But big shout out to all my Patreon supporters. Remember, if y'all want to see your brother go independent, if y'all want to see your brother continue to give y'all more and more, and I'm already giving y'all a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if I was able to go completely independent, y'all be crazy. But if you want to drop $1 in the bucket, of course, the Patreon link is below. You always put $1 in, $2 in. You can put $1 million in if you want. I ain't gonna stop you. But anyway, thank you to all the Patreon supporters. Thank you for y'all here now. And don't sleep. If you cannot support through Patreon, you know what you can do. Hit that thumbs up, hit that share, and comment on the video. Let me see the remote real quick. And with that said, what are we talking about today, Lady Lisa?
So, I don't know how we got on. Well, I do know how we got on.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about our kids, as in black kids, and teenagers dating outside of the race. And we got on this because we saw some video pop up about Ronnie James.
Yeah. And there was I've seen some conversations online about LeBron James' son, call him Bronny. People having conversations online about kind of like seeing him, and when they see him, he's on the live stream with like a white girl, or he's liking the post of some kind of like racially ambiguous woman and stuff like that. And when I saw it, I was like, well, he's I guess open to like who he likes. But then it also kind of made me think. I was like, okay, normally the argument that I get from people that are like, oh well, I only like white girls or whatever. It's like, oh well, I wasn't raised in a two parent household and all that, or black women just didn't like me or something. And in this case, we're looking at a young man that has two black parents in the household, other black siblings. Everything is going, generally well. I'm sure there's family issues, but generally okay. And we, at least on a larger scale, don't seem to see him around any black women, or what I would consider visibly black. And it got us talking about, does it matter? Should it matter? How do we feel about seeing, especially, the younger generation, in so many spaces where every time you see them with another woman, they're not black. Now, of course, there's a couple things we're going to get into, like class and all that stuff in a second. But Lisa, before I go too far into it, I know you had some comments that I wanted, you to, that you were thinking about and that you were ruminating about or whatever.
Well, I was just kind of saying it really, regardless of whether he comes from a two-parent home where he has, black parents and, black aunties and, whatever. It's more about, like, what does his school look like? What do the girls in his school look like? And, different activities in the neighborhood. If that's, white girls, that's going to be his go-to, for the most part.
Because that's his circle.
That's his circle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it could go a different way depending on, I guess it also would depend on, how his parents feel about it.
Yeah.
If his parents kind of emphasize, being with a black girl or the whole black family thing, then it might get a different, it might go a different way. But, I'm assuming they're just like, whatever, do your thing.
Okay.
But, I think regardless of having, both parents there and, always seeing black female family members, it's just going to depend on your circle. It really is.
Yeah, because there is a part where you were talking about, someone whose sons are like, we go to school and there ain't nothing there but white girls. And that's kind of another thing that kind of branches off of the conversation that Clement and I had, where a lot of times we push, we want black people in these spaces, hire black people. We want black people in these spaces. And a lot of times what we're asking to do, because you know how the system is, we're asking for someone to be the only black person in that space. Yeah. Or the only two black people, like one black person is in this department, and there's another black person way across the campus in another department. Like one is in billing and you got one in, I don't know, marketing way across the way. And being in an environment where they are alone and the only people they kind of like socialize with are white people, predominantly white, or like, white Asian or white Latinx, something like that. So there is that, you put, because, of course, you want your kids to go to good schools. And fortunately or unfortunately, the way the system is set up, good schools are usually in white areas. So we have to, kind of like go into that area, put them in that area. And then how mad or surprised can we be when we put them in an area when they're going through, hormones and everything, you're growing up, you're starting to look at girls, you're starting to look at guys, whatever. You're like, ooh, they pretty. And, at that time, they're surrounded by nothing but, white girls or white boys or whatever that might be. And then also there's that thing where I've said it to you before, where, it's not easy to find someone that you vibe with on the level of like serious dating, not talking about, you just having fun, but serious dating. It's hard to find someone who you truly vibe with. And I want you, because I know what you usually respond with, and that's why I wanted to bring this up. Should we stand in the way of someone who finds someone who they truly vibe with? Because it's not easy to find someone where they're like, yo, this person, I truly vibe with them. They have all the characteristics. They're trustworthy. They're disciplined, they're respectful, they're responsible. We enjoy each other's conversation. They stimulate me intellectually. They, as well as my loins. So, all those things. Should someone then just drop it, because they're white or they're, Hispanic or Asian or I don't know, Hawaiian, whatever? Should they? Or, but go ahead, sorry.
I mean, this is nothing. This goes along with what are your standards and what is important to you, going in. Because if you're talking about someone that's, I'm guessing like at least a young adult, it's going to be a very different conversation versus someone who, is a teenager.
True.
If you're talking about someone who's an adult and it's really just strictly up to down, no parents involved or whatever, it depends on what is important to you. If you are someone that's going out and you already know that it's important for you to date within your race, then there's no conversation to be had. Because my thing is, if that's really important to you, you're not entertaining someone outside of your race. If that's really important to you. So you're not putting yourself in a position where it's like, oh, but I really vibe with them. You're not even in that frame of mind if you're like, you're a black woman, like, I want a black man. You're not entertaining a white man. You're not entertaining a Hispanic man in that manner.
Yeah.
But in terms of dating, you're not entertaining them. Like,
Understood.
For me personally, I wanted a black man. So
and you got one. No.
So, it wasn't, it just, I can't really explain it. There was no, oh my gosh, he seems really cool. It's like, I want a black man. And I like everything about black men. There's just a demeanor, a swag, a style, everything about a black man. And I'm like, that's what I want, period. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
So,
and there is this kind of energy that I usually come with, because I've said it before. I've said it on this show. I've said it on others. There is a personal, there's a public and a political statement that I make in showing what woman I place my value in, and what woman I tie my legacy to. For me. So for me, when I marry a black woman, when I marry Lisa, I'm saying personally, this is what I value. This is the type of woman I value. And then I show to the world at large, this is who I value. And then of course, when the census comes around, I also say politically and demographically, I guess, this is the woman I value. And by and large, black men marry black women and vice versa. Black women marry black men or whatever. But that's what comes into play with this, this kind of extension of kind of class issue or like celebrity issue, because Bronny he's in high school, and I know it's by extension of his father, but since his father is who he is, and since he's also so good, at least at this point, at basketball, he's essentially a celebrity, or a celebrity light, sort of. So also there is that line where, I see these conversations online where, well, we can't fully apply his life to ours because he's not living a everyday life. Like his dad isn't a school teacher, or his dad isn't the bank teller or delivering the mail, or, what I'm saying? His dad doesn't work for Uber, or he doesn't work at the mechanic shop. His dad is a celebrity, and he's sort of a celebrity as well. So we even apply what happens to him, even in part, to our lives, because it's like he's in a whole different circle. So there is that as well. But with that, when it comes to like kind of our teens and stuff like that, do we talk to them about, do we talk to them about dating outside of their race? Do we take the time as parents to talk to them about dating in and outside of their race, and kind of the things that can come with that? You know what I'm saying? When it, because I know I've had the conversation of hanging out with white friends before. I've definitely had it. My mom has definitely told me, look, something will happen and you'll get in trouble and they'll be going home and you'll be in jail. And it hasn't happened to me, but I know someone by way of another family member where they were all together. The white boys was at home, black kid was in jail. And then that, of course, extends into your kind of like loving relationships where, if something like this happens in the political and social awareness zeitgeist, can this person relate to what you're feeling, and vice versa? Can this person see where your hurt is and how you're hurting? Or are you willing for it to be surface level at times? Not saying that someone can't see your pain and empathize with your pain, but there's some things that I would say as a black man, a black woman I need a black woman to understand, my anger, my rage, my frustration at what's going on at work, at the store, in politics, whatever it might be, because she is experiencing those same things, and vice versa.
And not even just in pain and all these other,
Tribulations.
trials.
Yes.
But in just in understanding culture.
Yeah.
Just appreciating different
Like cultural references and stuff.
Yeah, cultural references, tradition. Different things like that. The way we operate, in general as a people in our culture and in our family unit. Just different things like that. Just having that connection in terms of that. And again, it just comes back to how important that is to you. And I dare to say for us, I don't know if I can see us ever sitting down, talking to our son about, the I don't know.
What, the ins and outs
the
of interracial dating?
The danger of, I personally would want to take it from another angle in terms of just talking to him about the Black family unit.
Yeah.
How important the Black family unit is and how beautiful our race is. And from that angle, instead of saying don't do X, Y, and Z, just emphasizing, the importance, of the Black family unit and the beauty in Black love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all of those different things. And, he's going to do what he does. He's going to find his way the way he finds his way. I mean, I'm learning as a parent, that's all you really can do. You can't shove anything down their throat.
You got to kind of like wait and see and guide the best you can. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like Yoda, man. Did Luke do everything Yoda said? No.
Guide and correct. Snatch up.
When snatcheth is needed.
Sometimes you got to snatch them, but that shouldn't be a regular.
Nah.
If you're snatching on the regular, you need to check yourself, really.
Yeah.
Like what's going on with you? Where your guidance and correction isn't, enough on a regular basis kind of thing. So,
yeah.
I know.
Which I want to get into. Well, I'll get into that with another show, but I definitely want to do a show with fathers and their sons and dealing with, because there is an anger component there. But yeah, if you're always snatching up, there's something there that it's not all your kids' fault.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that said, I think that's enough to chew on, to kind of ruminate over, conversate about. Want to conversate, so you can converse with others. Yes. But I think that's enough. I'm to a certain degree indifferent. I know why I made my choice. I know what I'm about, but I do sometimes wonder, like, are we having these discussions with our kids? Are we waiting until the back end to say something about it, or is it important to even say it to our kids? Or is it something that should even be discussed? Or because there is, as a Black man, there is that thing of like, hey man, white women can be dangerous, and not dangerous in a way where like you don't want to catch nothing, but dangerous in a way where just being with one, depending on where you live, can invite negative statements, negative energy, and not even that y'all two did anything, and things of that nature, and just being aware of that. And also, if you're not dating a white woman, the cross or the altercation or interaction with one could end up negatively for you because of the pedestal that white women and their fears and feelings are put on in America. But that's a whole other thing. That is a whole nother podcast. But there is something there, I guess, for a father and his son to have a conversation about, of like just the dangers of like, all of the systemic dangers, and be as safe as you can. But next up.
So there was this video we watched by Abba and Preach.
Yep, Abba and Preach. Yo, shout out to y'all. So y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all kicking it.
And it was a video titled How to Monkey Bridge Dating.
Yep.
And it was pretty much about this young black girl.
Mm-hmm.
Was telling a very interesting story about how she was in a relationship, dating someone, but she had a crush on someone else. And
say what?
She was justifying spending time with him. First, she kind of dismissed it. Oh, it's no big deal. I hardly ever see him.
Only see him once a year.
Fast forward in time, y'all going out on dates.
Then all of a sudden she said they work together. It's like, all right. So you barely see him. You see him once a year. Now y'all work together.
Because they started working at the same company.
Yeah, they started working at the same company.
Sound real coordinated.
Sound real coordinated.
and then she talks about how they went on it. They would spend time together. There was no big deal.
She said they went on dates, but it wasn't. It was like, what she say? They were casual dates.
Before that, they were just spending time together.
Oh yeah. They went on. They called them casual dates or whatever. How'd she call them? But then she would downplay her relationship with her boyfriend at the time. Like she said, I would keep him around, while I was still messing with my boyfriend and stuff. I was like, oh, so now you just messing with your boyfriend. So at first you had a full-on boyfriend that you knew about. First it was a relationship. Then it's a full-on boyfriend. And she said out her own mouth, when I reconnected with him or met him or whatever, I ain't tell him about my man.
He was like, he didn't know.
He didn't know. Of course he didn't know. You only see him once a year. How would he know? It's funny because you see her jump through all these hoops to maintain this kind of sense of innocence. Or like this sense of like this just happened, and it's a weird energy to see because it's like you're watching it and you're like, so you were cheating on your man. You were at least, or what they would call emotionally cheating on your man. Because
I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not gonna say this was just emotional. I'm gonna say this was full out cheating.
Oh,
you don't have to sleep with somebody to cheat.
All right, break it down, sister. Break it down.
And women, I'm sorry to call us out. We do a whole lot of cheating without speaking with people. And
tell it.
Because she's giving him her time.
Yeah. Time that should be spent with her man.
You're giving him the time and attention. You're texting with him.
Time and attention.
That's the thing too. When somebody is texting somebody
all the time.
Look, because you have access to people really unlimited in terms of texting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like every little thought.
You have access.
The question is this: when something happens.
All right.
Who do you want to run to tell it to? If it ain't your mate, there's a problem.
Tell it.
If it ain't your mate, and it ain't your mama or somebody you related to, it's a problem.
Tell it.
I remember when you and I were dating, it got to the point where it was like you and I would talk every once in a while. Then it was a couple times a week.
Yeah.
Then it was every day.
Yeah, there was multiple times a day.
Then it was several times a day.
Yeah.
We would be calling each other.
Like I would text you in the morning.
Text me and be like,
because you were on the East Coast. Right. We need to talk about that long distance relationship too. But
you would call me or text me and be like, oh, I wanted to tell you about such and such.
Yep.
So it got to the point where I was the person he wanted to
confide in
immediately when something he wanted to share those things.
Yes, because I want to share my life with this person.
So yeah, this girl's true.
So homegirl. So homegirl comes in. She's like, all right. Well, at the end of it, she was like, well, I never went you know, went there with him, meaning like I never like slept with him or anything like that.
I did go out on dates.
I did go out on dates
I
with him.
stopped it.
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't even stop it.
It's like you ain't getting no props for not look.
Not sleeping with someone else
Look.
relationship. But the thing is, you shouldn't have gone out with this person.
Thank you. Look, here the deal. Here's the deal. First, you shouldn't have a crush on someone while you're with someone. That does not compute. If you got a crush on someone else, then you need to go on and break up with who you with. Stop trying to keep a ram in the bush.
All
right?
Stop. I will say that because I'm gonna be real.
For real.
No, but listen to what I'm gonna say.
All right. Drop the knowledge.
To me, having a crush just simply means you see somebody and they're like, oh, they're kind of cute.
Nah, that's not a crush.
That is a crush. That is a crush when you see somebody.
Noticing someone's attractive is not a crush.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, drop it.
You see them and it's like you kind of smile, like, oh, they're kind of cute, they're kind of sweet.
All right.
But you don't do anything about it.
Yeah, to me, that's not a crush. Recognizing someone's attractiveness is not a crush. I could see somebody like, oh, she's pretty.
It's not just recognizing their attractiveness. You're around this person. See, to me,
all right, I guess.
Attractiveness, you see somebody on the street and recognize their attractiveness. You can only say you have a crush on someone when it's someone that you see all the time. When people say they have
for me,
a crush on Justin Bieber, they see Justin Bieber all the time.
But for me, crush involves like some type of like light emotional tie. Like not only do you see them all the time, but you want to see them. You're excited to see them. Like you're kind of trying to figure out ways to see them without seeming like you're trying to see them. That kind of thing. That's how I see crushing on someone. You know what I mean? So that's. But let us know in the chat. Let us know down in the comments. What is a crush? Let me know what a crush is to you.
Crush is even trying to do it to me. Once you are trying to do something, it's beyond a crush.
All right, for this. Let me hurry up and get in there early because I know such and such gonna be there today. That's when you got a crush on somebody. You're not hollering at her actively. You're not hollering at her actively, but you want her to see you. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how I see that one.
So you're right.
And
You're right.
And it's I'm like, yo, you got a man. Why you crushing on somebody?
Yeah.
What you wrong. You dead wrong for that. Then here's my thing. She started trying to bring in that her relationship wasn't going well and they weren't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, I miss me with that. Miss me with that. Thank you. Because you know what's not going to fix it? Bringing another person into it. say Lisa, I'm like, you know what? My marriage is going bad. Why don't I start seeing someone else? I guess that'll help. No, that's not going to help. So here's the thing. You're trying to tee up this energy that, you know, art imitates life, and then therein life starts to imitate art in a way. What happens is you've seen so many romantic comedies and drama films and stuff where the woman was in a bad relationship, or the woman, her boyfriend was whack or whatever, and the movie wrote it in a way where she was free to find someone else for the new guy to come in. So we as an audience would be like, you know what? It's all good. This dude is whack. So now you started to internalize that, saying, well, the guy I'm with, I don't like him. I don't like him no more. It's not, you know, it's not fun as it used to be. So I'm going to free myself mentally, emotionally, and through my conscience that, you know, it's okay to talk to someone else because this relationship isn't going. Right. It's like, nah, bruh, if it ain't going good, then move on. Yeah. Stop trying to hold on to this dude. You know what I'm saying? Don't do him like that.
You know, you and I talked about that, and I've noticed that it's always like when a woman cheats in a movie, it's because, you know, he's not there for her emotionally. He plays video games too much. You know, he doesn't want to commit. And so, you know, she meets this other guy who's just so overly interested
and it's like,
in her, and this guy brings her flowers to work.
It's like, you know, she's been cheating through about 30% of this movie,
so
right?
It's like you put the current boyfriend in a bad light. Like,
And then when the current boyfriend gets mad that she's been seeing another dude, it's still his fault. It's like, nah, bruh, look. Maybe the reason the relationship was bad is his fault, but the reason that you're seeing another man is your fault. Don't, You can't, I can't make you see somebody else. True. Yeah.
You know, he could say the same thing. You know,
and be like, oh.
You don't support me.
Yeah.
You're not here for me. This, that, and the third, but he's still portrayed as the dog.
Yeah, so when she said, you know, well, you know, the relationship wasn't good, whatever, you know, it wasn't, you know, I didn't like him or whatever. Like, if you don't like him, then leave him. I know, just get up out of there. Here's what it is. I don't want to be alone, so let me get this new fresh. Keep him, you know what I'm saying? Keep him on the back burner just in case. Cause this guy, you know, he's good enough. You know what I'm saying? So let me keep him on the back burner, experience this new freshness. Now, if the tables would turn, we'd be watching a video about how deceitful this man was, about how much he was a dog, how she could never believe he betrayed her, how dare he, you know, this is how men do. It's like, nah, bruh. Like, come on, man. Man, so yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought it was funny, just because, you know, we were hardcore in the TD Jake stuff, so I was like, you know, let's take it light. Well, we touched on some serious stuff at the beginning of the show, but, you know, let's keep it a little bit light this week. And then next week we'll get back into some deeper stuff. But we got one more thing to leave y'all with. Yes, last week we took on 3 strawberry letters. So we figured, you know what, before we get back to going serious next week.
Folks, once again, that may not be familiar with strawberry letters, it's a little dated.
All right, yeah. So strawberry letter is a message that a listener would send to the Steve Harvey morning show. All right, and they would on the radio, and they would read it out, and they would give relationship advice.
We're taking some of those.
Yeah.
Want me to read?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
The title is "I Want My Husband All to Myself."
I want my husband all to myself. Sound like a good idea. Sound cool to me. So far, so good. Yeah, so far, so good.
So far. I have a problem with my husband's ex-wife. Not respecting my place as his new wife. I got married a few months ago, and his ex-wife needs to respect me
as the boss
of this family now.
Go ahead. All right, we're listening. I'm just listening to her. Continue.
Never liked me because I dated my husband.
Hold on. Let me read this sentence. She has never liked me because I dated my husband while he was still married to her. Let me run that back for you. She has never liked me because I dated my husband, aka her husband, while he was still married to her. Continue on.
We dated on and off. We dated on and off for over 16 years while they were married. And we lived together for 5 years.
Bruh.
We got married.
Man.
You're lucky this woman ain't cut you.
Man. Wow.
Okay. My husband has twins with his ex-wife.
All right.
The ex-wife is always trying to talk to him about his twins. And his twins are old enough to speak for themselves. They are 15 years old.
They're still minors, and 15-year-old. Come on now. There's people that's 30 that don't know how to speak for themselves. So 15, don't give me that.
Yeah. I also think that they're old enough to stop coming.
Ooh, no, she didn't. She said, clean break. She said, take that arm off. Get him out of here. I don't want you. She said, get the kids. She said, I got the wife out of here, and now I want the kids out of here. They gotta be coming over every week for her.
Get them old kids out of here.
Get them old kids up out of here. Continue. I ain't gonna continue. Okay. Continue. They're my kids. I don't want them, but they're my kids. Get them up out of here. But they're the only kids I got. I don't care. I ain't hearing it. What? Yo, she said. I also think that the twins are old enough to stop coming for visits each week. How you, yo? Now this is the same woman that probably be like, fathers need to be more involved in their children's lives. We both got a lot of things. Yeah. This is chock full. Oh man, this. Okay. My husband and I need our private time on the weekend. I mean, y'all got 16 years. Y'all been together for 16 years. Y'all ain't had private time yet? What about the private time when you was behind his wife's back? Was this not private time? All right, look. My husband and I need our private time together on the weekends. The ex-wife is only sending these twins over so they can report back to her what's going on in our household. Now she's paranoid. The daughter does not like me and is mad because I make her keep her things in a suitcase. Yo, oh my God. You know what? I'm going to clip this. I'm going to put this separately up. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. She said the daughter does not like me and is mad because I make her keep her things. You wrong. Oh, there's some cold. Oh, cold blooded. You ain't gonna be here now. 2 days. Get your out. Yo. Oh, she said, baby, keep it in a suitcase. It's her dad's house. Whew. Oh, she a cold piece, boy. Oh, God. Oh, that's a cold woman right there. Oh. Okay. All right. So, make her keep her things in a suitcase when she comes over to visit. And her twin brother just follows her lead. I have told my husband that he no longer needs joint custody, and these twins are old enough to stay home. My husband just gets mad and uses that as an excuse to stay out at all hours of the night, so he doesn't have to deal with me. I'm at my wit's end. What should I do to get through to my husband? It's my turn. Please advise. Oh God. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna let you go first. Ladies first. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. This is good. Oh, this is good.
This is one of those things where it's like you reap what you sow.
Yes, you do.
Because
yes, you do.
I don't know where to begin with all of this. Like,
this is so wrong. She's so wrong.
Like she's wrong on all of
man.
You don't have a true problem. You act like you got a relationship problem. You have a you problem.
She's so wrong. I don't even know what I guess.
You have a you problem. Something is wrong.
This woman.
You're upset because this man has a regular relationship with his kids and has a consistent visitation with his children. You mad about that? Would you rather have a man that don't want to see his kids, don't want nothing to do with them? Yes, you would, because you're selfish. And you lucky this woman ain't cut you. You lucky you still living. You lucky you got both legs that are operational, and that she ain't crack your skull to white meat.
Man,
you hear me? You
wow.
Need to sit down and shut up and stop mistreating her children before she snap on you and you be on the news. I'm telling you, like, and why would he marry this woman? Something is wrong. She is selfish. She is hateful. She is mean. She's paranoid, and we know why she's paranoid, because you was messing with this woman's husband.
Mm-hmm.
talking about he using his excuse to stay out all night. He don't need much of an excuse.
He don't need much of an excuse.
You making his children live out of their suitcase when they in their daddy's house.
Look, all right. I'm gonna talk to the ex-wife first. Ex-wife. You know what? You won. I know it don't seem like you won, but you won. You won. You got that fool up out your house. And you ain't got to deal with him no more because he's stupid. Wanna know how I know he's stupid? Because he aligned with this woman right here. And she's stupid. Now, I don't know if you're stupid too. You might be stupid and crazy. But he's stupid to be with her. So you dodged the bullet. Now, let me talk to the husband real quick. Got what you wanted? This is what you wanted, right? 16 years cheating on your wife. Then you live with this woman for 5 years. And now look, now she's trying to cut your kids. You can't even see your kids. You arguing, fussing, fighting with her every weekend about your kids, your children. This is what you wanted. You asked for it, now you got it. See what happened? You asked, and now you got it. Now let me talk to the new wife. You home wrecked this family. For just one moment, I want you to understand that the children don't like you and they're validated in not liking you. You were messing with their father while he was married to their mother, whom they love, I assume. So they love their mother, probably love their father too, and loved it when they were together. And you are at least a personification of what broke up that marriage. Now, we know it's because, if it wasn't you, it would be someone else. They daddy just don't know how to act. But you played a part in that. And since you played a part in it for 16 years, they're just not liking you. Now, I didn't read anything about them doing anything to you. They didn't do anything to you. You said they report back to their mother. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But if they're not doing anything to you, that's your paranoia. Yeah. And I'm going to touch the paranoia in a second. But they didn't do anything to you. You know why you mad? Because you feel like you won, but you still have to fight for what you have. You want to know why you feel like that? Because you got it the wrong way. You was dirty. And you got him in dirty, manipulative ways, and now you're paranoid.
You're paranoid because you know he was cheating on her with you.
Yeah.
And that he still has to be around her because of the kids and still talking to the kids. And so now
and what if she's prettier than her? Oh, boy.
Now you think that he's going to cheat on you with her. Because he cheated on her with you.
Actually, if I'm gonna keep it 100 million thousand kabillion. If I was his ex-wife, I would be using every trick in the book to sleep with him. I swear to God, just one time, just one time to be like in your face. Yeah, she has. She's suffered enough. Yes. Yeah. Man, not going back and forth with you chickens. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, yo. She said, I have a problem with my husband's ex-wife not respecting my place as his new wife. She starts out like, oh, well, it's a mean ex-wife. I'm on your side.
When I read that, my first thing was, that's something the husband should be taking care of.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But then we get into the second sentence. We got married a few months ago, and his ex-wife needs to respect me as the boss of this family now. Now, second sentence, we got a little bit of that. Hold on. The boss of the family. I don't know where you're going with this, but let's continue. Third sentence. She has never liked me. I was like, dang, man, that's cold. She never liked you? Because...
My first thought was,
well, yeah, it's true. But I mean, depending on how mean she is or what she's saying, and maybe she's calling the house, I was like, you know what? That kind of sucks that she never liked you. Maybe she's calling or sending emails or texts. I don't know. Maybe she's harassing you, right? But then we get to the because. Because I dated my husband. I was like,
the way she worded that was so nice, wasn't it?
I dated my husband while he was still married to her.
Okay,
I was like, oh, so you was home wrecking.
She has never liked me because her husband was cheating on her with me.
Yeah.
That's what
I was your man when you wasn't around. So I'm like, hold on. Did she just try to slide back that with dating? No. Let's be honest. Dating 16 years. Says we dated on and off for over 16 years. That means they were sleeping together for 16. Whole life. Plus one. Meaning while she was pregnant. Oh, man, look, I ain't got no sympathy. That means while she was pregnant, he was coming to visit you. I'm going to say it nicely since we are all ages channel. He was coming to visit you. But we know what visitation is. You know, it's conjugal up in here. She said, and then we lived together for 5 years before we got married. So you've been home wrecking, and then you go and rub her face in the dirt.
I would need to find Steve's responses. I don't know where his letters are from, but I need to find his responses.
Look.
I need to hear it.
So we find out he got twins. She said, I also think the twins are old enough to stop coming for visits each week. It don't matter what you think. They ain't your kids. Now, you are married to this man, so your opinion does have sway and it does matter to a certain degree. But if you're going to say that your opinion is that he should not see his children, or that you should somehow be the controller of how much he sees his children, that ain't gonna flow for no man. At least not a real man that loves his kids.
Why is 15 the age where it's
Yeah, why is 15 the cutoff? Like, what happened? I don't know what happened to me at 15 where I was like, I don't need to see my parent every week. Like, here's what it really is. She like, look, I'm tired of these kids. I don't want them coming up in my house. And it's like, but it ain't your house. You share this house with the person that you wanted so bad.
I don't need another reason to have to talk to your mama, so they need to go.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to be talking to their mama at least for the next, say, 5 years. You know, or maybe throughout college. So, I mean, we're going to be talking together for some time. What you going to do? What you going to say when they graduate? What you going to say? You can't go to the graduation? Yeah. But I mean, you know, it'll be less and less. Like, say when they're 30, you might not have to talk to your ex-wife as much. You know what I'm saying? But at least for the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be pretty frequent because they're still crossing into this adulthood period when you still need your parents. Like, I mean, make no mistake, I was calling my parents, asking them for help and advice and stuff on into like 32, 33, whatever. Because it's just stuff that your dad knows as a grown man that, you know, like you just need guidance on. So for...
Dad, how do I get a woman to run around with me after I...
Dad, how do I get...
Help me with my side chick.
Oh, God. So... She said, my husband and I need our private time over the weekends. Ex-wife is only sending them over so they can report back. Now you paranoid.
Hold on, what is going on in the house today?
Yeah, well, they got to report back. What are you doing? You just mad that these kids are in your house and they don't like you. And they're probably not mean, but they probably just don't. Here's what they're 15, so I know what they're doing. They're probably not regarding you. They probably come in high, and that's probably the last thing they say to you.
Hold on, but I'll tell you this. She come in the house. Her dad says, "Are you going to speak?" Hey.
Little eye roll with it.
Yep, little eye roll with it. She's like,
man.
Hey. She don't speak to her. She'll talk to her dad and talk about her in front of her to her dad.
Yeah, because you got to remember who you are to these children. You are the woman that took my dad away from my mom. You broke up our family. And they're right. It's not a situation where your mom... let me back up. You can't make anyone do anything. You can manipulate people, but your dad was doing this for 16 years. Your dad wanted to step out. But
I don't believe in homework.
Yeah. It's I mean, I do. I get what you're saying. It's weird. You can't make a man cheat. A man going to cheat, of his own, you control yourself. But if you keep coming around kind of like and especially the kind of way this woman seems, she seemed like she came around a lot and she kept, now who knows how much poking and prodding he needed to do some cheating. Well, yeah, we don't know. So you know what? I'll back up. So yeah.
My thing with this is she's crazy.
She crazy. She crazy.
She's that crazy.
Yeah.
But my thing is
she wild.
In terms of that. When she was wrong. She's crazy and she was wrong for being involved in marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Getting around.
Yeah.
But he is the one who was married. He is the one.
So he has the responsibility.
He is the one who had a family. So there's no such thing as, you wrecked my home and you took my husband. No.
Yeah.
Your husband wanted to be took.
Took it.
Dang.
So, but to them, you still represent, at 15, you still represent at least the person that was there to assist in the departure of our father, whatever. Now, of course, it could have been anyone else, but since you that person, that's who you are to them. You are the other woman to them. Yeah, from their perspective, you were the one who came in, started all this mess, and that's why our dad and mom ain't together. And that's why we can only see him on the weekends. So you, unfortunately, due to you dating on and off for 16 years, knowing good and well he was married, knowing good and well he had twins, when I'm sure there are many other men that were interested in you and were single, but you had to have this one. So since you got this one, now you got to deal with everything that come with it. And some of what come with it is two twins that's mad that you with him. Now, the funniest part and the most messed up part of this, the daughter does not like me and is mad because I make her keep her things in a suitcase when she comes over to visit. Shouts out to Buck's Thoughts. She wants to have her cake and eat it too. Man, look, make her keep her. Look, let me tell you like this. She is lucky that he has some well-mannered twins. Because I know how I was at 15. If my dad's new wife or my mom's new husband or whatever was trying to, I'd be like, when he woke up, I'd have clothes everywhere. I'd be like, because you literally just begged me to put my things everywhere. It might have been a situation where I don't even take my stuff out of my suitcase because it's only 2/3 days anyway. But once you said it, I'm putting my toothbrush in the cup. I'm putting my mouthwash. I'm got shampoo, everything. I'm having shoes over here, socks over there, the shirt. I'm putting my jacket in the hanger thing with the rest of the jackets. I'm everywhere. Every time I leave, I'm leaving something on purpose. I'm gonna bring things to leave, and I'm gonna wait until she ain't looking. Just be like, just sit something real quick and just leave. Man, look, she had the nerve to tell this child or these children to keep your stuff in the suitcase. She said,
"Your butt ain't gonna be here long.
You ain't here but 2 days." For what? You ain't here but 2 days?
That's 2 days too long.
It's 2 days too long. We need our privacy. Man, this woman a trip. Here's the thing.
I'm sure him and his ex-wife wanted privacy too, but here you are.
So I'm gonna end my message off to this woman, since this is an old letter anyway. A woman like her right now that might be feeling this way, saying, "What should I do to get through to my husband? It's my turn." You got through to him. You married him. You got through to him. You married him. You're living with him. You got what you wanted. He got what he wanted. Y'all together. Don't you enjoy it? See, you don't get to choose your consequences. All right, you chose your actions. These are the consequences. So that's it.
Nothing even wrong. That's the thing.
Yeah, she's the one that's wrong. And talk about it's your turn. We know you married to him.
There's nothing even wrong with writing a letter.
You don't get to cut someone off from their blood relatives, the direct descendants. B, look, yo. Buckstar said, "Why is the husband not saying anything to her? WTF? She's nuts." Yeah,
She's nuts.
Because she's crazy. And see, he didn't know she was going to be crazy when he married her.
Yes, he did. He dated her for 16 years.
On and off. So you slept with this woman on and off for 16 years, then lived with her for 5 years, then married her.
So
oh, wow.
He was married?
Yeah, he knew he was married.
He didn't. He just...
I think he probably guessed, like, if I marry her, she'll be cool. She'll stop tripping. Look, y'all deserve each other. Yeah. I hope that these kids take their clothes and put them everywhere.
I hope y'all stay together because I condone crazy people being together.
Actually,
so you don't visit your crazy upon somebody.
Yeah, y'all stay together because y'all stay together. Don't get divorced.
I like crazy people being together. Don't visit
yes,
your crazy
y'all put y'all crazy together and encapsulate yourselves and don't date no one else. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, when she said my husband just gets mad and uses that as an excuse to stay out all hours of the night, he's cheating on you, girl. But you deserve it. So it's all good. That's right. Every drip drop. So with that said, we've talked about some serious stuff. We talked about some semi-light stuff. And then we had some fun at the end. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad show. So I will throw it over to Lady Lisa. Say peace.
Bye, y'all.
Ooh, the karma get you. Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. YouTube is the hub. Go on and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs down if you don't. But if you hit that thumbs down, I'm going to send an old girl over your house. And she going to make you put everything in your suitcase. And you going to be like, I live here. She going to be like, only for the weekend. Shouts out to the podcast that you get your listen on if that's your thing. And Spotify for music. Your brother got them jams. Thank you for coming through. I'm going to leave y'all with Arcatron. That's ARCKATRON.com. Check out the Space Bridge. It's that new heat. And yo, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to dedicate this to all those people that's out right now cheating and have no idea how crazy the person they cheating with is. So from us to you, we're just saying peace and a woo for you. Because she crazy. Leave that girl alone.